Hey everybody, David over at Frequency Frontiers. So for today's Ham Radio Minute, let's talk about this week in amateur radio history. We're talking about the moment hams quietly did something incredible. They started sending computer data over the air, long before the internet existed as we know it today.
Picture it. Sicily, 1922.
In the late 1970s, amateur radio operators didn't just talk on the radio. They started networking computers using it. Almost nobody outside the hobby noticed. To understand how big this was, you had to remember the time period. Personal computers were brand new. Most people had never touched a keyboard. Modems were slow, expensive, and rare.
Hey, did you forget to like, subscribe, and share?
One computer to another wirelessly was futuristic. But hams looked at radios and computers and says, yeah, we can make that work. Packet radio wasn't invented in the lab or by a corporation. It was built in basements, garages, and ham shacks. Early systems they used were VHF radios, usually on 2 meters, audio tones similar to phone modems, and homebrew interfaces between radios and computers. These interfaces eventually became known as terminal node controllers, or TNCs. The TNC handled encoding the data in audio tones, checking for errors, and timing transmissions so stations didn't collide. It was clunky, it was slow, and it absolutely worked. The real breakthrough came with the development of AX25. AX25 was based on the wired X25 networking standard, but adapted specifically for amateur radio. And here's what made it revolutionary. Call signs were used as addresses. Data could be automatically relayed. Stations didn't need direct contact to communicate. Your message could hop from one station to another completely hands-off. Does it sound familiar? That's basically because it's store and forward networking over RF. By the early 1980s, packet radio networks were popping up worldwide. They were in North America, Europe, Japan, and Australia. Hams were running packet bulletin board systems, or BBSs. You could post messages, download files, send traffic to other operators, read bulletins days later. All without the internet, all without phone lines, all over amateur radio. Some messages traveled hundreds or thousands of miles, hopping station to station. And packet radio never disappeared. It evolved. It directly led to APRS and messaging, emergency digital traffic handling, WinLink, and the mindset behind modern digital modes. Hams proved that radio wasn't just for voice or Morse. It was a data network. Long before Wi-Fi, long before cell phones, hams were already there. So remember this. Amateur radio operators helped shape modern digital communication, not by accident, but by experimentation. So, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. 7-3.